Hi, welcome again. Today, I want to further introduce you to a friend who's been my friend as well, who's been my helper, who's been my comforter, who's always present, the Holy Spirit. I want to introduce you to Him. And today we're going to see it from a different perspective, what I want to share with you about the Holy Spirit. I want you to think deeply. Normally people help you at times when you ask for help. So if you don't ask, people might not know what you're going through and step in to help you. That's how it works most of the time on the earth realm. But God superseded what happens on the earth realm, the patterns that people are used to on the earth realm. And He sent us help without us asking for one. Jesus sent us the Holy Spirit as a helper without us demanding for it. He's a friend who you didn't ask for, but God knows it's not good for you to be alone. He's a teacher who you didn't request for, but God knew you needed education. You needed sound knowledge, which is based on truth and not lie. And that's why He sent you His Spirit. Many undermine the Holy Spirit. Many push Him to the side. Many disrespect Him, disregard Him, put Him at the back seat, put Him in the storage and the garage in their homes, and introduce, or invite rather, the adversary to come and be their teacher. I've always said this and I'll keep saying it. When the adversary is your teacher, he'll only teach a lie. He'll only teach what will become a harvest to destruction instead of life. And that's why Jesus said in John chapter 16 verse 13, "But when He, the Spirit of truth, comes," He's now here. When He, the Spirit of truth, comes, He will guide you into all the truth. He will not speak on His own. He will speak only what He hears. And He will tell you what is yet to come. There is great deception. Jesus is coming soon. The adversary knows his time is short. The great deception that sits at the outer court increases. It increases. And many are dancing to the tune of the adversary who sits at the outer court and falsifies the manifestation of spiritual gift, who sit at the outer court to perform transactional gospel, who lies to mislead the bride of Christ. Christ is coming to rapture a church that is ready, a church that is matured, and a church that has not been infiltrated by heresies in the form of doctrines. A church that has not embraced idolatry and pushed aside submission and surrendering to God. I invite you to please Embrace the Holy Spirit. He's the only one who can guide you at this point in time. In this age, He's the only one that can guide. I remember there was a day I was praying. As I was praying, closed my eyes, the Lord took me, and I saw myself in the midst of a cloud. It was really quick what happened. And I saw angels communicating with what looked like horns. It looked like trumpet. It looked like horns. I can't describe it, but I know they were communicating with sounds. I can't describe it, but I know they were releasing sounds. This would release a sound, another would release a sound, and I was told that's how they communicate, with sounds. So every season comes with a sound. He says that's how they communicate. And I was told to look down. And when I looked down, I saw thick, dark cloud. It was thick. And I saw tiny lights in the midst of the cloud. The cloud was so thick and the lights were few. And I said to the one who was speaking to me, I can't describe, but I know someone was speaking to me. And I asked, what are these tiny lights? And he says, these are the ones that have not been defiled. These are the ones that represent the light of God. I said, no, there are many Christians on the earth realm. There are lots of people calling upon the name of the Lord on the earth realm. Why are the lights this few when there are so many that call on the name of God on the earth realm? And he said to me, these are the ones heaven recognized. These are the ones that have been recognized. And I tell you, the darkness was the cloud was so thick, and the lights were very few. One here, and then before you see another one distant, you see another one distant. They are so scanty. And he said to me, you're going back there. And I said, what? With all this beauty, going back where? I said, never. He said, you're going back there. And I said, inside this darkness, I was very hesitant. And he says, you have no assignment here except there. Go and be light and multiply light. Replicate light so that the light that you see that are scanty will become many. And I opened my eyes. And I opened my eyes. Now, the reason why I shared this with you is that God knows that there is nothing we can do by ourselves. There is nothing we can accomplish on our own except by the help of His Spirit. That's why He sent His Spirit without us asking. You were not born when the Holy Spirit was spoken about, but you grew and you received the impartation. You received Him. You gave your life to Christ at some point in your life, and the Holy Spirit came in. Please cherish that union. Cherish that relationship. You didn't ask for Him. God gave Him to you to guide you in a world full of darkness. God gave Him to you to help you become sensitive to His voice and not the voice of the stranger. There's so much happening in the outer court of the church that has completely stolen the attention of the church, shifted their focus away from that which is holy and that which is pure to that which is vain and that which is profane. And I assure you that as you continue to lean on the shoulders of the Holy Spirit, you will not be misled. You will not be misguided. You will be among those whom Jesus will say, well done, you have been faithful. I have seen your good deeds, and I have come to reward you. Thank you for listening. God bless you.